Hey guys, thank you for watching, or I guess you should say after the video. Alright, so I'm making this video just vlog update on my life stuff. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be in this apartment. You know, I was trying to do DoorDash, to pay rent and everything, but I just am not making enough money. I only have my bike to deliver on. It's not even electric, so like literally after like 4 hours of pedaling, my legs are just literally dead. So, yeah, and I might end up getting a job at the airport, possibly paying like $17 an hour. It's only part time though, but it might be enough to me to cover rent at the end of the month. Um, I'm already behind, so yeah, maybe. But the real reason why I'm making this video is um, I recently decided that I'm going to get my master's degree in computer science. I know it's a little late, like I'm literally 26, and but I just realized that I can't get any good jobs without a degree. Um, and even getting like at first I was just gonna get my bachelor's in computer science, but then like I started like looking on jobs on Indeed and stuff. And even those like even if you have your bachelor's, like most of these jobs are like requiring like at least 2 years of relevant experience. But then I saw in a lot of them, like if you have your master's, you literally don't even need any previous experience. And yeah, so that was one major reason too. So I ended up applying to UNLV, um, hoping I get in. Right now my college GPA is a 3.6, which is honestly lower than it should have been. But I had some, uh, yeah, I had some interference with my college work last semester that I did. I've only done one semester, and that was at a community college in Colorado. Um, so yeah, I'm hoping, and I'm really looking forward to also like I'm gonna literally have a place to live for at least like 6 years while I'm pursuing my masters, which is another real plus for me right now because I'm just having and it's like people say that like it's so expensive, but like if you've actually tried renting an apartment, like that shit's even more expensive than like the student dorms. Like some of the dorms are only like 3,000 per semester, but I'm literally paying $1,000 a month just to have this studio here. So it's like, yeah. Um, so I think it'll be, yeah. I mean, the only thing that sucks is it's gonna, put me into debt, but still, like, I'll at least have a place to live for 6 years, and I'll at least end with my master's degree. Um, yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that, man. I thought I almost missed, the whole college experience, and I was too busy, I think, just listening to other people, like, people discrediting colleges and stuff here. Yeah, that's my. I like having that in the background, but yeah, I don't know how. I mean, I wonder. Is it like good over here? I know I go off on tangents a lot. I'm sorry, guys. I don't really like have a lot of planning when I go into these videos. I'd rather just do them spur of the moment and try to kind of piece it all together, I guess. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna be hopefully going this fall semester, so I'm really excited about that. Actually, I was talking to the recruiter a couple days ago, and yeah, just to get all the information and everything. So everything, I think it was. I hope I get accepted though. I don't even know. Like if I don't, then I'm gonna have to. I guess I'm gonna have to I don't even know. I'm gonna try, I guess, to do schooling, maybe do a community college for like a year and then try to get in maybe. But I'm gonna literally have to do that while being homeless, and it's like I don't, I just don't think I could do that, man. It's like, especially during the winter, like, it's just that shit's just tough. I don't know how I would even manage that really. Like, I think, yeah, relying, but I may have to end up staying in a homeless shelter for the next couple months before I get my dorm and get into UNLV. I think I have a good shot. I mean, they say they have 85% admission rate or something. I just hate that, like, I didn't do good in high school. Like, my overall GPA ended up like a 2.0, which is horrible, I guess. I just couldn't even focus during high school. Um, and yeah, like, I really had to, like, get away from my family, even just do good at school again. I was always good at school. In like elementary school, I was excited to go to school every single day, and that was when I would get A's and B's, basically only maybe a C here and there, but it was I was doing good in elementary school, and then once middle school hit was when things started to kind of get rough for me. My home life wasn't really that great. Not a I don't know, inducive environment for studying. I don't know the right word. Yeah, I will say one thing that I really enjoyed throughout high school and middle school though was taking web designing classes, but mostly my computer science class. I just loved. The thing that really sucked is that like I got into like AP computer science or whatever for my senior year, but I was like behind on credits, so I literally had to drop that to like take another math class or something. So that kind of sucked. I always wanted to do that. Yeah, I don't know. I've just reached the end, man. I'm tired of trying, getting these jobs where I'm literally making as much as I was making like when I graduated 8 years ago, man. Like like it's crazy, and I can't even get 40 hours, and when I do, then I get literally underpaid. I tried to chauffeuring for a while here, and it was great for, I had a temporary um, chauffeuring job for the Super Bowl, which is awesome. I actually got to chauffeur Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani, so that was pretty cool. I did not expect that at all. Like the first one was like um, a new like football player for the Lions, but then I ended up for the actual like Super Bowl driving them. So that was really cool. I got to personally drive them to their jet after the Super Bowl. They're really nice people, great people. Um, I do have music. I didn't want to bother to know because I take my job too. I'd rather be professional, even if And yeah, again, I don't think that's really the right lane for me. Like I've seen, there's not a lot of the voice stars, and it's like I think people have too like high of expectations, like thinking that this person can like do all the work for them or something, and that's just not the case. Um, yeah, it was really cool kind of being around that and exposed to that environment a little bit. But it was only a temporary hire, so it was just for the Super Bowl. Then I tried chauffeuring for a company here in Las Vegas, and they completely underpaid. Like it was horrible. The tips were decent, but I feel like they weren't compensating us right, the business. So I ended up leaving that after only 2 weeks. Yeah, I was really pissed when I got my first paycheck for almost like full. It was full time for 2 weeks, and I only got paid $600, and I was expecting at least to get like 1,000 to pay my rent. And And, I would have stayed then and just kept doing it, at least to pay my rent and get ahead on it. But um, yeah. So where was I? Yeah, so I'm gonna be attending UNLV, trying to get my master's degree in computer science. Um, I'm really looking forward to that. And again, like I'm gonna hopefully have a place to stay for like the next 6 years and everything. The only downside is, the student loans. I have to take out federal loans, for that and everything. So I'm probably gonna end up with at least, I don't know. I was doing the math. Might end up with like $70,000 to $80,000, with loans. I don't really know the exact numbers, but and that's even kind of low. It's mostly like the housing that ends up being that much. Um, which I guess it does end up being more more because of the interest and all that. But I still think it's worth it. Like I just I can't. I'm having trouble paying rent right now. Like it's just an uphill battle really for me, and I don't have a good enough job to even like really support myself right now. I was a valet at the Sphere, like when it first opened, and the first months were great. Then they hired a bunch of new valets, cut the hours back too, and then these new valets too, like just like weren't on the same page with us about like selling the up, the we had parking spots in the front that we could literally sell to people, based off of the demand, and these people literally just start like giving them away for free or like $5, $10. Like, yeah, they've completely ruined it. When it first opened, we were able to get almost like $100. Well, we were able to get $100 per spaces, and sometimes we would go down to 50, whatever we could get, and then it ended up going down to we ended up only taking $20 for parking up there sometimes, and I think that was just maybe a bad move, and it ended up just ruining it. So yeah, when I was the first months there, I was making a lot of money, and it was really nice. I was able to get this furniture. Um, so for now, I'm literally concerned. I'm having to. I might have to sell a lot of this stuff now, which kind of sucks. Um, but regardless, like as long as I can survive this summer, whatever happens, if I have a place or if I don't have a place, um, I'm just hoping that I get into UNLV, um, and can get housing, while going there. Um, yeah, and I also started going to my church again, which really kind of helped, in this time. It's been a pretty tough last couple of months for me for sure. And about the channel, I'm pretty happy with how my channel is doing right now. I just can't really upload much um, video gameplay right now, just because I had to sell my Xbox to pay last month's rent. And yeah, the only thing I can really do is Left 4 Dead and Among Us. And the weird thing Among Us, like I post a lot of videos, but they just got like no views. But I know it's something with the YouTube algorithm, because usually when I post Among Us videos, they'll at least get a couple views, or even up to like 50 views each. There's something wrong with the algorithm when I post. Maybe it's just the time I post. I don't know, but um, kind of demotivates me when when I see like posting 10 videos and none of them get any views or anything. I'm grateful for any views it gets, but that shit just makes me wanna. Yeah, and sometimes I don't even have to do anything, and then the channel just starts, getting views and stuff. So, um, yeah, really sure what to expect after I get my master's, but I'm hoping, I think I could get a pretty good programming job that, pays at least like, I would hope like 70,000 a month at least. I think, or sorry, not a month, a year. I think that would be a good salary to start at. I could definitely work my way up to probably like 125,000 or something, maybe even higher, who knows. I mean, I do have a really good mind for like programming things and stuff. I just have to apply myself and I have to actually like be around that environment. It's really good. It really is like another language, but I think programming language makes more sense than like the English language or any languages that we use. Honestly, it's just has more math involved. It's just easier to understand. I think. 16 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep rambling on until I feel like ending the video. And also, I'm sorry, that I don't really cut these or anything, or edit them much. I'm just not, I think that it just takes too much time for, the little change that it even makes. I'd rather it just be an exact representation of time, really. Um, and, I could always watch back these. But yeah, I think I'll be in a good place, man, in my 30s if I can start my master's journey now and get that going. I think I'll have a really good time in school too, like meet some like-minded people, and have a good time. I think hopefully I can make some friends there too. I think that would spice up my content too if I have other people in it, or even just I mean even not just having friends is kind of nice. I don't really know much people in Las Vegas right now. Um, yeah, I think a lot of people go to start college a little too early. I think, or maybe I don't know. It's just I don't know if I would have been actually mature enough back, when I was 18 to. And again, that was when I wanted to do music. I went all in on music, for the last 8 years, through high school and afterwards up until now. And I didn't really make any money out of it or anything. I know God, doesn't really, for the pursuit of money, brings suffering. Um, could be true. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's nice to be at least compensated right for your time. I don't feel like I really deserve to only be making $11 an hour. I just think that's like shitty. I don't know. It's like I don't. Yeah, I have a and like physical. Like I got like I'm physically like okay, but I'm not. But I don't think it's really my strong suit. Maybe someone that's like buff and like really active and everything. Like maybe it'd be good. People like physical challenges, but for me, I kind of prefer more like mental challenges and exercises. Just my strong suit always has been. Um, yeah, it's been really great. Going to church last Sunday. And then I also went to just like a Monday night prayer. Um, it was really cool linking up with some of the guys that I met in the men's home. They're still trying to remain drug free and everything. You know, so I gotta support them as much as I can. I also noticed like when I went to church August of last year. Like I went to church once, and at the point I wasn't making any money, and all I donated was 1 penny, just because that was literally all I had. And then I later found like a quarter in my bag, but I was like completely broke. But yeah, then like a few months later, that's when all the like valets, like like my net worth went up to at least like 2,000 then, which is a lot for me because I just it's just stuff. And then it kind of declined at the start of this year. I kind of went back to where I started from, and but I realized I do truly believe that just donating that 1 penny to the church, to God, basically allowed me to make that money in October, I think. And it took me up until like last week to even like realize that. It's like, whoa, okay, so God, this is how God like repaid me for donating. So then I ended up getting all of my change and then giving it this time. It was at least over $1. I know it's not a lot, but still, like I'm interested to see what's gonna happen. And literally after that is when I like somehow got the kick to like pursue my master's degree. And like literally 2 days after that, I ended up like applying to UNLV, applying for FAFSA, sending my transcript over them like all in one day. And so I'm really excited. I'm hoping I also got there's a service today that I'm planning on going to as well, just like a healing thing or something. Just praying and worship. And yeah, so I'm gonna be going to that today. Hopefully, I got a really busy day today actually, because at 9:30 got a campus tour of UNLV, so I'm excited about that too. Um, then after that, I got an interview um, for like a position at the airport, so maybe I can make some money at $17 an hour ain't bad. I was doing the math, if I'm doing like 25 hours or something, it's gonna be like 450 a week around there. It's like 442 or something, but yeah, definitely around there. Um, so I hope that goes good. And also got an email about like a job fair too, um, that I might head to. And then after that is when I will go to church service for a little bit. Keep connected with them. It really does really like my my need for smoking weed literally like disappears um when I'm actually going to church. You know, before the last like year, I've just been like thinking that maybe me just praying on my own would be enough. Um, but no, I mean it's I ended up still smoking weed a lot, and I think it's more just the time because I couldn't and it's just me praying on my own. I can't really devote like a lot of time to that. Like it's sometimes it's only like a minute long. I'll pray because at least that is better than nothing. But yeah, it's just felt like it wasn't giving me as much as I needed. Um, so going to church really helped me. And now that I'm on like trying to get into UNLV and this pathway and everything now, it's giving me a lot of hope for the future. Um, I don't really know what else to talk about really, but yeah, I am really excited for today at least. Um, I've been thinking about dyeing my hair white. I think that would like be cool. I don't know what you guys think about that, but yeah, I always want to do it, or even just black. But I kind of prefer. I think I prefer white. I don't know what you guys think about this hairstyle, but I've just been wearing my hair like this because I just hate getting hair in my eyes. like the best way to just grow out my hair, but still not have to deal with like bangs or any of that. Sometimes I like putting my hair down like that though, kind of like emo style, I guess. Always kind of been my hairstyle. Goatee, kind of growing out my facial hair too, just cause why not? Um, yeah, the only thing that sucks is like, I got my cats right now, and I don't know what's gonna happen to them if I end up losing this apartment. Um, so that's been making me kind of sad. Sad lately, I'm not good at taking care of pets. I guess. Well, I'm not, I'm not good at supporting them. I think it's the main thing. And then when I do have to, go homeless, I have to get rid of a lot of stuff, and I can't keep these things around. So I definitely pray, that yeah, I can keep my cats or something. I don't know, like maybe if I have my own like dorm or something, like maybe I don't if they allow pets or something. Maybe I'll see. But anyway, I really hope that I get into UNLV. I just hope that they don't look at my high school record and freaking yeah, don't let me in. That would really suck. But I do have a 3.6 right now in college. It's like that should, they should look at that, I think. But, we'll see. Regardless, I'm gonna work through it and I'm gonna still work towards that. And, and yeah, I know by next year I'll be able to get some scholarships too. And that's gonna, yeah, at least I'm a Nevada resident too, so my tuition is way, way less too. And then with the scholarship thing, it'll only be like 4,000 per per year, which isn't bad at all really for college. Yeah, DoorDash is just like not like I literally have to wait like 30 minutes sometimes even just to get an order. Than that, like I did one order today and didn't even get tipped. At least I did hourly, so I got like $5, but still like that was like 30 minutes of work for only $5. And then on top of that, like literally riding my bike all the way back and not even getting paid for that. So that kind of sucks. I was like, I'm not gonna make enough money on DoorDash. All right, I guess I'm gonna end it here. I tried to, give as much information as I could, about, what I hope for the future, um, current living situation and all that. Um, Made me feel a little better, I guess. I'm more excited because I do like talking about it. The schooling really is exciting me. I haven't really been doing much intellectual pursuits for a while just because I've been so focused on music. And I think it's nice that I can finally transition from that and just. I think I'll release like projects every now and then, like one maybe like every couple months, maybe like small EPs, like just beats stuff. Like I don't got any like songs or anything that I'm writing. No lyrics or anything, melodies really. It's hard when really making money from it or anything. And I'm just always at like 40 monthly listeners on Spotify. It's kind of crazy, but I mean that's still better than nothing. But it does suck when it even dips below that. It's like, yeah. But yeah, there are people like all around the world that are like like listen to my music at least. But I mean, they don't stream a lot. Like they literally listen to one song. Like I see the statistics. They're not really like engaged or anything. I don't know if that's on me or whatever. I feel like I'm just like ahead of my time, but I don't know. I guess a lot of people would probably disagree with that. I guess. But regardless, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I guess if I get my degree, I'll be pretty proud of myself. I haven't even told my parents or anything. I haven't talked to them in a long time, actually. I just kind of decided to just cut my whole family out of my life and, just start fresh, Just like, yeah, man, they were just like, I know I'm gonna get into this, but like, they were just literally watching me like drown, man, and didn't, they didn't care at all, man. None of them would even let me like live with them. It was just a bad situation, and I just had to cut them out. And I'm finally actually repairing my life, dude. And yeah, I'm gonna fucking I probably won't call him. I probably won't say anything, even though when I get my master's, like I'm not gonna even tell them probably. But for real though, like that is gonna be a major flex though, because again, they completely underestimate me. They think I'm probably homeless right now or whatever. I don't know. It doesn't matter, dude. I'm just gonna let them live their lives, and I'm gonna live mine. I had to change my phone number, so they couldn't contact me anymore. I had to block that on my phone too, just to get peace of mind. I'm tired of them like manipulating me and only thinking about themselves, really. I cared about them. I always give them best advice when all of them were going through like problems and everything. But none of them were there when I needed them, man. It's fucking crazy, man. I just like have my mom, dad, and my brother are just like such selfish people. Like I just couldn't do. I can't do it anymore. It just fucking destroyed me. I was addicted to cigarettes. It was just my life was just horrible, man. I didn't even hold any job for longer than 3 months, really, either. And I'm just glad that God has allowed me to finally piece my life together. Hope I can get friends. Good girlfriend, maybe a wife. I don't know. Have kids, a family. I want all that stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a lot easier when I have a good job and I like I could tell that I was getting to a good place here. Having this apartment. I was getting to a place where I could actually support myself and maybe others as well. But now I realize that I need a little. I need to get a good job, and with that, I need to get my degree, and I'm gonna be super grateful to have at least a place to stay for like 5 to 6 years at least. And now is probably the better time than any. I'm still in my 20s at least. Um, yeah, and hopefully I'll have my master's by 2030. I'll be like 32, 33 around there. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, man. I don't know, man. It's hard to be around people that just make try to convince you that you're stupid, and after a while you end up I ended up believing it, man. And I was like, yeah, I don't really know what to say about that, man. But I was on the wrong path. Yeah, like my family, like my dad's like an atheist, or like I don't know, I don't. He was literally raised Catholic, but he never took us to church or anything. He almost like like made us renounce God, basically making us believe that there's no God. But I mean, deep down inside, though, I knew there was always a God. I believe. I remember vividly in third grade just being scared of, just scared of hell. And I believe those concepts of hell and heaven. And, yeah, man, I just hope that I can, get my life together. I hope that I get through. If I end up getting kicked out of my apartment here, I know it does. Yeah, it does suck. It's just, yeah, tried my best. I had this apartment for at least like 10 months. So good run, but I just can't keep up with it now. I don't have a good stable job to even provide. I see all these people doing freelance stuff too, and I just wonder like how they're even able to manage that. Because when I tried to do that, man, it didn't even work. But yeah, that's another point though. This video's getting really long. I know no one's gonna watch this, but it's kind of just for myself. Um, I do like updating you guys on what's going through my life too. Here's my kitty. That is Stella. Like maybe like 3 years old now, maybe 2 or 3. She knows we're talking about her. Little tails wagging. It just sucks. Like I can't even like cuddle them or like even touch them really, just because I'm allergic, like so allergic to them. I get like really bad asthma attacks if I ever touch them. So maybe that's a reason too that I'm gonna have to give them up possibly. I don't know. I just wanted a cat. Like they're literally great pets, but like my body just like doesn't react well with cats, man. I almost died like as a kid, like being around cats. I guess I'm a little crazy for adopting cats. I don't know. My brother had like started getting cats too when he was like, you know, he was like 18 or 20 or whatever. So I think in some ways maybe I was just trying to like it's just like keeping like a connection to him, I guess. Like he's married now, and he's just kind of went on with his life and kind of just ditched me. Like he got me to smoke weed when I was only like 14 with him, and cigarettes when I was in 6th grade. So I feel this is stuff that I just need to like let go of and pray out of my life. So I feel whatever happens, I think it's the way it's meant to be. God's helping me grow, and I feel it. I want to be more happy. I want to be in a place where I'm just filled with joy and happiness. So and have a good relationship with God, and my gratitude is at I want to be a place where my gratitude is the highest, and I understand, yeah, just being happy to be alive and everything. I'm getting there at least. I used to have like again even through like middle school and high school too. Like I had a lot of suicidal thoughts. I was like literally planning on killing myself like multiple times. I thought that's how it was gonna end for me. Um, in middle school and high school. I will say, man, like I think that's one reason why I kind of clung to music, and that kind of like almost guided me out of that. But there was a lot, but I still went through a lot of hell. It wasn't the direct, maybe the direct path that I could have taken, you know, the shortest path that I could have taken. I still went with through a lot of suffering, like, you know, going on the path of music and everything, but it did kind of leave me out. Also, anime, like, literally saved my life. Like I was at my worst point in ninth grade, man. And I was actually like playing. I was just literally done with life. I was playing it on, literally sitting in the garage in my dad's car and starting it and just, yeah, literally, like it. You know, it was bad. I went to when I was like, this is in 2020 maybe. At the beginning of 2020, I ended up having to um, check myself into like a mental hospital for at least a couple weeks, and ended up getting on a prescription for a couple months, and it's just crazy stuff. At least, you know, my mom did let me stay with her then. My mom always was really, like, it was really cool because she would always, she had another house like out of state that she would always stay at, and she would go back and forth, and she would basically let me watch her house and basically have the house to myself, you know, while she was there. So that shit was really cool. But you know, I never owned a house myself. You know, it was only like temporary. But those were probably the best times I ever really had. To be honest, you know, even with my music too, I was able, you know, some of my best music I was able to make there. You know, when I actually had a place to stay. Um, yeah, I think, you know, me getting into UNLV, getting into housing. I know. I just hate to say, like, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna get in or not. I really hope I do. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I don't. To be honest with you. Yeah, and I guess all I can do is wait and be patient. I think that's key. You know, I'm always trying to get better at that, being more patient. And I have two cousins that are actually graduating high school this year, so I'm really proud of them. You know, it's crazy. You know how fast they grow up. I guess, you know, I watch them. You know, as they're like little babies. You know, learning to walk and all that. Man, I would watch them sometimes. But yeah, I pray the best for them. I hope, you know, I hope they go to college, or you know, do, you know, find passion in life. Um, Hope they keep close to Christ too, and really, you know, understand the world. You know, don't get blinded by any sin or greed, or you know, anything that brings them on the wrong path. And if they do get on the wrong path, I hope that they can make their way back onto the right path at least. But yeah, I mean, right now I'm just gonna do me. I hope they do them. You know, hope someday maybe I can talk to them again. Um, yeah, I do really miss my cousins, man. Some of my family. You know, aunts and uncles and everything. Like, you know, they're really good to me. You know, always give me presents on like Christmas and birthdays and stuff. After a while, I kind of just didn't really want anything. You know, it just felt like it was just like getting in debt. You know, like it's just like, cause I always felt bad when their birthdays or Christmas came and I just couldn't even get them in because I don't have any money or anything. I don't know. But you know what? I'm gonna be the first fucking person in my family to get my master's, and that's gonna fucking happen. I swear to fucking God. All right, that shit is gonna happen. Now I will say the only other person that I know of in my family that's got my master's is my grandma on my mom's side, which is funny because she went by the name Willow Walking Turtle. She was like a huge hippie, and she lived literally in a trailer park in California, and she died at least like 10 years ago. But I mean, other than that, dude, like no one in my family's even gotten their masters. So I guess that'll feel good because I think I think they all just like gave up on me after a while, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna prove them wrong. Like I'm confident in my intelligence. I know that I can get my masters easily. Okay, not easily. I know I don't want to underestimate it. I mean, but as long as I'm in the right environment, conducive to my learning, I think I'll be good. Dude, I literally, when I got a three, my first semester at college, at a community college, I was literally living like out of this like makeshift van that I made with my mom's boyfriend, and yeah, it was freaking crazy. I don't know how I did that, but I mean, since I didn't have like a really comfortable place to stay, all I really did was just sleep in it. And I just spent literally all my time at the library, just doing my homework and everything. And yeah, it freaking showed, man. It helped. I was able to freaking end with a 3.6. Only like the last month, I ended up like living with my dad, and that's when my grades started to actually like even go lower. I had like full A's. I Yeah, I think I had like a 4.0 before I ended up moving in with my dad again. That's crazy. He literally kicked me out of his house just for bringing food into my room. Like, I hope there's some people out there that can maybe relate to that. But everyone I talk to and tell them that, they're just like, yo, that shit's fucking crazy. Like my parents don't give a shit if I bring food in my room or not. It was crazy, man. I don't know what was up his ass. Uh, just dealt with so much fucking crazy shit from my family. Like I just fucking don't. I still love my mom and I love my dad, but I just don't want him in my life. He kind of creeps me out now, to be honest. Like there's a lot of shit that did happen too that just made me not want to even keep him in my life, or even if I have a family, like I just don't want him around, or even like around my children, to be honest, if I ever had children. So that's a whole other thing I won't really get into. My mom's good. It's just her house really isn't really big enough to accommodate me. And I guess I'm not the easiest person to live with. I can at least admit that. I mean, she was so cool when I was staying with her, and I just wanted my own place. I think that's why I always ended up going out and leaving or whatever. I can't. I don't like people disrespecting me and like treating me like I'm some like fucking garbage human being. Like I'm some freeloader or something. It's like that's not. They just don't get me. They don't understand who I actually am. And that's fine. But I had to. That's why I kind of had to separate myself. It's like you don't understand. Like I showed you my music, and then like you just like scoffed at it and just like didn't even like understand it. I know that stuff's like minor and doesn't really matter or anything, but it's like I wanna at least want like respect. They just wouldn't even respect me, man. this is going on really long. Like I have nothing to do right now. Alright.